stat that I kind of did a double take was that you hadn't appeared in a playoff game during all your time with the Lynx. And
what?
No, we made playoffs.
But
you just weren't
healthy, available.
Yeah.
You
just
hear that. So like now that you've been here all this time on these teams that made the playoffs, just how excited are you to get in that atmosphere and hit the floor tomorrow with playoffs right on the
floor? I mean, I think this is what every kid dreams of, growing up and playing in the WNBA playoffs. And so, I'm just really excited to be out there. Obviously, we know how important every game is, so excited to finally get to play in the playoffs.
Hey, what was it like for you to kind of follow this team last year when you were able to keep up with how things are going?
Of course. No, I actually kind of took a break from it all. I did watch the finals, of course, but for me, I was kind of taking a mental break and just working on myself.
Did you know all along that you were coming back to?
Did I know I was coming back?
Yeah.
I made sure that I went. I made sure that I went to a season overseas that was short enough so that I could be back.
We get to talk to you guys after the game Thursday night, but just reflections on Fee going 50, 40, 90, just to join that exclusive club and just culmination of the things she's been doing all year.
It's the efficiency for me. I mean, if you think about MVPs that have come through this league, I think there's only one other woman that's laying a Deladon, right? And that's like the epitome of being a great basketball player, the efficiency, right? And so I think just that as well as being an MVP all season long and knowing that you're number one on somebody's scouting report and you have to do things that nobody else really has to do on a daily basis. You're getting the best defense. The scouting report starts with you, and to say that you're the most efficient player in the league is unbelievable. That's what an
number
MVP,
one team.
Yeah, and that's what an MVP is about. That's what an MVP is, and that's really all I got to say on that.
We talk about Land's toughness too, but Fee's kind of been banged up almost all season dealing with something. Just to do a 50, 40, 90 season with her efficiency, her defense, everything she does, while being injured, just kind of how incredible is that she's been able to do that while gritting through stuff?
Man, she a bona fide superstar. Well, I say it all the time, that girl is just different. Even being a part of it and seeing the things that she do, we look up and we dang, this girl got 15 in the first quarter, right? So I think just being a part of that, and we just super happy for her, man. She been putting the work in, so to see her be able to come out and, like you said, have a historic season like how she's been having, I'm so happy for her.
This is probably an obvious question, just being number one in the league, but after the game on Thursday, Fee said she felt the team's even better than last year's team and in an even better position to make a finals run. Would you guys agree with that statement?
For sure. I just think it's confidence, too. I think we have a lot of belief in one another, and knowing and feeling what it takes to get to that mountaintop and get to that spot, it builds resilience, and it builds, that callus of we've done this before, and we know what it takes, we know how hard it is. And we have a lot of belief in one another. We're very confident in one another, and that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? And it's grown, obviously. We've been in a lot of adverse situations over the last 2 years. We brought in great people bringing Jess back. I think T's playing at a really high level. Nay, we have a lot of weapons in a lot of ways we can do it. But this is who we are. We don't have to change who we are to move forward, and that's the biggest thing.
Court, you had a really powerful Players Tribune article come out before the last game. K-Mac, you also had a Players Tribune really powerful piece that came out that just kind of shares a lot of vulnerability. How important is it to be vulnerable in the public space and just being a leader in that way? And not just being a leader on the court.
I mean, all eyes on you, right? So I think when you have the opportunity to be able to tell your story from your mouth, pause.
Girl, if you don't go on, get out of here.
I feel you want to be the one to be able to tell your story. So I'm glad that I was able to do that. Obviously, Mac was able to do that, and people was able to see that and feel that part of it.
For sure. I just think it's the ability to impact people with your own story. And it could be somebody that you wouldn't even think of that might be going through the same thing you are, or that just needs to hear somebody getting on the other side of what they're going through. It's really impactful. So Players Tribune has always been really great about telling the stories the right way too. So it was really dope to see Courtney's story, but as somebody who's been in it, it's vulnerable, but in all the best ways. And that's the best part about it.